Okay, Unit 6 discussion board. Let's talk about Cold War politics of ingenuity and fear and how that reshapes cultural products. So, American ingenuity is a long-held idea, and it's a part of our national identity. This idea that Americans will invent our way out of problems or invent our way to a brighter future, and we can really see this during the Cold War as we're developing missile technologies, but also using some of those technologies and rockets in particular to put people into space and participate in the space race throughout all of the different programs, Gemini, Apollo. As we kind of work through this time period, we're seeing great kind of gains in American technology and American ingenuity. As we go through the post-war boom, we're seeing not just kind of aerospace technologies, we're seeing all sorts of chemical technologies, we're seeing new things with plastics, we're seeing all sorts of changes in American ingenuity playing out in kind of very tangible ways in the United States during this time period. Fear is also playing a role in driving some of that ingenuity. Some people do better under pressure, and the United States has it sought to keep up with the Russians after they started to create what was called the missile gap during the time period. The United States very much lived in fear, and some of the things we're going to see created during this time period also relate to that. And so we want to see where this manifests in cultural products. We can think about books, we can think about television shows, we can think about music, we can think about all sorts of different things that make up our culture, and so art would go into that as well. Photography as a subdivision of art, how people are creating films would be another great one to look at here, and maybe the easiest if we think about movies like Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or even if you wanted to take a look at the iconic Rocky IV, where Rocky fights Ivan Drago after Apollo Creed is killed. Sorry if that's a spoiler, the movie came out around when I was born, so if you haven't seen it yet, I don't really feel bad. Anyway, as you look at some of these different cultural products, we can see the Cold War seeping into American culture, this kind of ingenuity and fear, or taking this pride in American ingenuity. We could even think about like Springsteen's Born in the USA during this time period as a cultural product related to the Cold War. Let's have some fun with this. Let's exchange some different perspectives, maybe go down memory lane a little bit and talk about some interesting films or songs or things that stood out. And hopefully we'll have a great conversation this week. Good luck.